Hello, everybody. It's 1:12 a.m. How about that? Yeah. It's Wednesday, August 12th. This is the early morning edition of what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Turning this music down a little bit so I can hear myself think. I turned it down so low last time, earlier today. This is the second day in a row I've been on late night. The reason why I'm late night is because there was what do you call it? Mega Millions drawing a few hours ago. And look at my favorites album here. You can. Here's my disclaimers and disclosures. Yeah. Do not wager money on lotteries. It's right there. It's in bold print. We do not recommend anyone do this. And there's all kinds of other things about the internet that are risky and all that kind of stuff. You can do a print screen on this and read it at your leisure. Disclaimers, disclosures, warnings, notices, and cautions. You have covered everything. Yeah, anyway, let's go back up to the one. So there you can see those are the numbers yesterday, 2 hours ago. 1, 20, 30, 115, 46, 68, 17. That's it. And when this was pulled, you see Fridays, it says not available because this was at 11:14 p.m. yesterday. And it wasn't until, let's see, recently Sunday. It wasn't until later at night. They are. This is at 1 a.m., which is record fast for the Mega Millions. Tuesday, August 11th. It's 90 million. It's rolled over. Yep. It's So I have created with the rollover. See, I grayed out August 11th because no one won it. So there's no sense in highlighting those numbers. I wanted to show you it's an $80 million lottery, and those are the numbers, and no one won them. So it rolled over. That's why we had rollover. So with a $90 million winning jackpot, you should buy tickets tomorrow or whenever, or don't buy tickets, as the case may be, because we don't promote gambling. This is just a play toy of mine. I created the spreadsheet myself. You know, I'm a former math teacher extraordinaire. Oh yeah, I was a happy math teacher. You know, the math teachers are usually a little on the cranky side. You know, I was an unusual math teacher. Anyway, I was a little bit not the best math student, I must say. I tell you what, when you teach a topic, you better know it, because you're going to stand there in front of a class. They're going to ask questions. And when you got some little snotty teenager that's asks you a question and you can't answer it in math class, for Pete's sake, you feel like hiding under the desk. So that was not going to happen. So Jimmy fully understood the topic. You can't say, I'll get back to you. What are you kidding me? What do you mean you'll get back to me? Don't you know the answer? These little snot-nosed little teenagers, they won't let up on you, you know. And if they know you don't know, they come in the next day, with the math dictionary. They start throwing all kinds of questions at you. Oh yeah, no, I don't think anyone was questioning the fact that I knew what I was talking about. Just there you go. This is the full enchilada right there. You can see the first payment, second payment, third payment if you took the annuity. If you take the annuity, no one has won this yet. I don't think anyone's even bought a ticket yet, because it wasn't known until 1 a.m. that there was a rollover. Now, I went ahead and did this anyway. If you're wondering how I did this in record time, there ain't no record time when it comes to this stuff. As we zoom in, I spent a little time rewording the column captions above so that still academic is still a little loud. Yeah, when you have headphones on, you're hearing yourself think. I don't know if I can get the audio signal. Like, if I don't want to hear it, does that mean no one hears anything? Yeah, I can't do that. Maybe I can turn it off in the earpiece. Yeah. Whoa. All right, let's try that. I'll tell you what, that is exactly it. Why don't have to hear that annoying music? It's playing in your head. My little dog is dreaming. running through the forest. There's the aspect ratio is the same. Oops, so you can see it. Dun, dun, dun. See, when did I create these? You lift up on it at 12:03 a.m. Yeah. Okay. That's when I megapixel. So I should set it out. I should have started over. So the $80 million lottery class on the 11th, that was drawn on the 11th, no one got all 6 numbers. And 5 numbers with the mega ball. Mega ball, 17. You see all the arrows go down. And then the arrow goes open. Lower. So a $90 million list to the exercise in the math and the demonstration of my spreadsheet for educational purposes only. A $90 million, imagine 90 million. This is cybernetics. Psycho-cybernetics. That's where you imagine winning that kind of money. I mean, don't go, don't buy any tickets. Just imagine. 90 million. It's a lot. So number one, you don't get 90 million if you take the cash out them. Because the lump sum, jackpot lump sum, if you read the column section above in yellow and black, the jackpot lump sum payout to a single winner before all Fed taxes. What present value equals NPV equals present value of the sum of the 30 future cash flows. Really, the books. It takes 29 years to get it because you get payment one up front, but you get that too. So the lump sum and the present value of the future payments is $39,200,000. It's roughly 43.65% of the 90 million. That's what that 43.65. No percent sign there. There's no. All these numbers are. That number was abstracted from multiplying and dividing a whole bunch of whatever the news media says, what the lump sum is, cash payout, a few months, 29 years payout. It's the number, but the long same is going to come and grab the withholding tax, 34%, 37%. So if 37% is the tax, then 63% must be what's your portion. Well, 63% of 39.2 is just 24.7 to the nearest 100,000. All this stuff is estimated. Even the $90 million number, which was given to us by the lottery, they say that's an estimate. So they don't know whether it's 89, 91, 90.372. Jackpot lump sum payout. So you can imagine splitting up 24 million among family and friends, mostly family, maybe a friend or two, maybe a charity or two. We give money to Tunnels for Towns, T2T.org, I think. And Annie Thomas Hospital. Children with, life-threatening illnesses at very young ages. Danny Thomas Children's. They have all kinds of special equipment and stuff that regular hospitals don't have. They say 4 out of 5 children should have thoughts of one out of 5. Anyway, here's going back to 34 minutes. Now, if you wanted to take the if you wanted to get to 90 million in 29 years, the first payment, which you get day one, is 1,354,000. 1,354,000. Not a bad annual income. Makes it hard for you to give money away because, $1 million disappears quickly. You're gonna buy a new this and buy a new that, and all of a sudden, and that is pre-tax. So the 1,300,000. I didn't do net after tax because a lot of people are in different states. In the state of Florida, we don't have an income tax, and the only tax is the Fed tax. And I would imagine that 1,300,000 puts you in the net. So you get 900,000. Well, you can just multiply 63% of that to get that. And that's what the and we clear it out. And we go back to here, 354. There we go. I have it right. So there it's right there. Times 0.63. Because remember, 37% is the tax. That means 63% is your share. And 63% expressed as a decimal is 0.63. And that equals 856. That's what I wanted to jump for the calculator to get that. So 900,000, 853. So I didn't want to have that. Too many numbers. I've already got too many numbers. But anyway, we're looking at the annuity. Now it's a special annuity. It flows at 5% per year pre-tax. So that means that 1,354,000 is going to grow to 1,422,300. And the following year, it grows to 1,493,000. So it started out 1,350,000 and it ends up to be almost 1,005,000. But you see that thing grows and grows and grows. We're at the point where it's, like 4 million that last payment. And, stretch that over 29 payments. Remember, you get the 1,354,000 day one. So after year one, you got another 1,400,000. So in theory, within a year and a day, you're getting 2,700,000. But you got to wait a year. And every year thereafter, it's 5% more than the previous payment. That's what the common captions are. Very good. It's a 29-year annuity. So you get the job. You get the first payment. That's right. It's 29 million. Payments. You get the first payment. And then the second payment is 366 days later. Lump sum, and this is the big numbers. You know, the numbers get bigger and so the aspect ratio is the same. So the image size. Aspect ratio is identical. We're zooming in on so now you can see that 4360. Roll over it there because you don't really have this. Wouldn't that be nice if I go back and do this? That would be, yeah. I wouldn't even attempt to do that. So instrumental is playing in the background, and I don't have to hear it because I pushed the little ear button. I was wondering what that button was for. That means I don't have to hear it. Let's keep up this. When I can turn the music on and off, I can turn the microphone on and off. So I can just push that and kill the microphone instead of jamming the volume thing off like that. Maybe blow my nose or something. Facebook has already went away. So I sent a message to everybody on Facebook. I said, you want to see me? See me. There it is, Jim Wilson's live streaming broadcast going live today within the hour. And typed up on the top and go live now. The friends of Jim Wilson's Facebook live broadcast. We are going live this hour on YouTube.com. And there it is, YouTube.com FFAU for you. Open in YouTube. There we go. There it is. You can see it live right there. See the first. There's no pinch. Oops. There it is. You can see. It's delayed a little bit because it's on the internet, but yeah, it's showing. This is live. YouTube hangs in there all the time. Wait, that was something. I think Facebook changed their requirements. I need to have more. 1,300 friends. Click. Connected. That's 49,000 connections for over 600 broadcasts. They keep bombing out. And it's because I don't meet some requirement. Oh, meat? There's meat. How about that for a segue? Medium rare, I had a delightful fillet at Chops Lobster. Downstairs, we are 8 stories above Chops. Exactly above Chops. And I had my medium rare. Walnut center. Perfect steak. And Chops gets the very best meat. See, medium's 140. It's too hot. Yep. You know, people eat steak tartare, which, you know, is raw. Medium rare is not raw because it's 130 degrees. It's not a cool to warm, but it's soft and tender texture. And medium rare is the perfect steak texture. Preferred. You know why it's preferred? Because if it comes out a little too much, you can't uncook it. So the restaurant food is preferred way to deliver meat, because if some reason or other you come into it and it's just a little too red for you, you can always throw it back on the grill for 5 seconds. And well done, they won't do it unless the chef comes out. If your waiter put that in, well done, the chef is going to come out of the kitchen and stare the person that wants well done square in the eye and say, "Do you really want to ruin a good piece of meat? Please don't make me cook it well done. It's going to turn out to be a hockey puck." You know, and you might as well not have a fillet. You can have any, you know, of course we don't have bad meat in here, but, you know, you could have, I guess I could find around, you know, oh God, please don't make me cook it. Can you take it medium well? So at least it has a hint of, you know, mostly brown center. Yeah. And right over its left edge there. It's all well done. It's just right out. I can't even take medium because it turns out to be too much like what's over on the left side. Yeah. So medium. 130 degrees. I will warm red center, perfect steak texture, with a nice brown crust. Cooking to medium rare. The fat marbles to render and become buttery. Adds rich flavors to your steak. This is the ideal doneness for a juicy, flavorful steak. The steak has a hot pink center if it's medium, 140 degrees, slightly firmer texture. The longer cooking time will make your steak slightly drier and a bit less tender. See, they're trying to talk you out of it right there. So why don't you get 135? Medium rare. 150 steak will have mostly brown center, burnt texture. Meat will be drier as water evaporates during the kind of boils out of the meat. Yeah. Then you have to rest your steak. And of course, when you do that, the steak may increase 5 degrees. So 130 degrees might become 135 degrees. It's a may increase. Top with a simple compound butter. Yeah. They have a steak au poivre sauce. But you get a little tureen of that. And you pour that over. This is the ground peppers you sprinkled on top of the steak and cooks with the steak. This is a peppercorn sauce that you can pour over it. And eggs. I just kept on bullets. Here, just clean up all that waiting for that. Yeah. So it was 40. And then you got the 10 millimeter. Yeah. It's the 40K. Yeah, so you need different kinds of denomination. Which that's obvious. That's 9 millimeter. Got 10 millimeter. Yeah, that's 72. That is lightning fast. Comes muzzle velocity like 3,000 feet per second. It's a fast little sucker. Yeah. Got all kinds of different what's on that here? Whoops. This one. Yeah, funny how you can move it around. The magic of the apple. Look at that 0.357. That is the kill. It's less. See, I got a silent. Just larger. There's no sense in getting larger. This plenty of pop. You know, 65% of law enforcement uses that. Almost 90% of law enforcement in Europe.
It's 140 pop.
Oh, no. This has got like a parabolic shape to the tip of the bullet. Remember, the bullet is down into the casing, a couple of millimeters. It's crimped, so it stays in the press. So the gunpowder doesn't spill all over the place. So anyway, so the justification for a lot of the police departments is that if you have an ACP-45, the recoil is really strong, and some women officers, they have to shoot just like men officers, and it's very hard for them to even hold the gun due to the recoil because it's such a it's throwing such a big fat of the bullet. So the idea is, to make it amenable to the woman shooter and to make it better even for the men. You can stay on target, without having this thing almost jumping out of your hands. So you get more than one shot in the target. You know, whether it's a paper target or someone you have to shoot at. They're shooting at you. Doing this, maybe you hit it 2 or 3 times. Just think it just once, maybe. So your second and third shot will be more accurate because it won't be such a. Now this little 5.7 is a smaller round, but it comes screaming out of there, so you don't have a lot of, drop in gravity. If you're 100 feet away instead of 50 feet away, instead of 20 feet away. So it doesn't have the, it's going really, really fast. There's really small bullets. So it rips the hell out of, it starts, it wobbles and tumbles. And it's into your flesh, it rips it up big time. And it travels really fast and has a chance to get through a lot of thick fabric. So it's pointing to it. They have armor piercing, which you're not allowed to use. Gun shoots. It's really easy to shoot. Not only the sound suppression, but it suppresses the flame. So if you're shooting like at night or shooting period, and in a bad situation, you can't tell where the shot came from because they can't see the flash, because there's no muzzle flash. It's trapped in the sound suppression device. Yeah. The smoke comes out at the end of the gun, but no flame. And the sound sounds like it sounds like you spit. Really. Oh yeah, this one. License. Yep, also my little friend, Bernie. There's me and Honey. There's me and the cat. Oh, I think Meryl says, look over this. See your work. She is waiting for the day. Her birthday was on the 10th, so we had our birthday dinner last night because it was the day when people are off. So I don't know if I showed you this, but this is an actual lightning bolt coming down through the atmosphere and hit somebody and killed them. In lightning strikes Thai footballer during a match. Bam! And you can see the ball in the air. What they call it's a real death on the field. Yeah. And showing folks robotaxi. Showing the people sitting in a very comfortable seating. It holds only 2 people and a bunch of luggage in the back. And it's got doors that kind of swing open, so it's easy to get in. And this is a security guy checking in on him. Afraid his protector is going to get hurt by the robotaxi. I had a little swelling in my legs, so they got the sprint board. It has some buttons, books. 10 days of that. 2 visits. 10 days of that. Labels it. Yesterday, it's a different material that they put on. It's easier instead of wrapping. Which is, a little annoying. So here's what it looks like. The chops. This is, excuse me. This is Houston's restaurant. Houston's bar. Yeah, so there's the map that should be showing. Let's see Houston's. And we can look for the same. Big hotel kind of a thing. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah, there's the drive-through for the hotel. Yeah. This is Gallagher's. So that's pretty much where 95 and Glades Road. That's not. Yeah. This is Military Trail. The railroad track. It's real busy right here. All kinds of things. So if you drop a bomb on Boca Raton, you hit that spot. You knocked out just about everything we got going for us, except for the runways. You can even knock off some of the runway. Just plant that bomb over there. You're in the bomb. I'm watching so much Iran bomb stuff here. I got that in my head. There's the mall. Yeah, that's right close by. What's in the bank? Right. Those twin towers right there. Works on the western tower. Secret thing. Lucas has to go up across the street. Yeah, You just come right down here on 19th Street and the traffic light there. Yeah, go right over here. I think there's a traffic light there. You just jump right across and catch this side. It's real local. Real local. Yeah. Amazing. It's the exit data off the. It's right in the header from home. Within about 3. Is this the one? Yeah, I was thinking of using that. Yeah, look around. See? Now there I'm happy. And there I'm happy. But then showing. Look at this fuzz stuff on the front there. I took my hat off and well, my fuzz stood straight up. Yes, sir, Bob. Now here I got it all pulled back into a ponytail. And I do here too. But correct. I took my hat off. We'll bring it on static electricity. Going? Okay. Boy hat. What's one of them? Same thing. Thumbs up. Put a thumbs up on him. This is one of my sliders. The slider hamburger. Shows you that picture was still. And if I click on it, see, me a rosebud. It shows exactly where I am in the building. The Bank of America building. 150 East Palmetto Park. Be there or be square. That picture was taken at 6:02 p.m. on August the 3rd. See, there's a fork laying down there. Give you an idea how small
It's 2 o'clock.
But you know what? By the time you eat it, you're done. You really don't need all the rest of it. You know, a big hamburger, I've done the big hamburger and asked for the same, caramelized onions and everything. And the bottom line is, at the time you get done with it, you don't really need another one. I was thinking ordering 2 of them. Yeah. And by the time you eat the one, it's hard pressed to get through half of the next. How about for 4? Coming out with all kinds of thinner, lighter design, larger display, and enhanced performance, according to people that are trying to promote Apple Watch Ultra 4, which is a bunch of Apple people. They redesigned everything. It's shifting to a thinner, more wearable chassis. Now, this is a little bit big and clunky. This will be less big and clunky. Looks like it has a big belly. And on the top of the surface with the treats. More holes in the speaker. Yeah, it has good underwater performance. Underwater. Being underwater, but yeah, you never can grow. Neat, the wheels, new design, a lot of health features. So, you know, that makes me a sucker for what he does. And, 81-year-old health situation. Whenever they say anything about more health features, I'm all ears. That person is. It tells the time, your beats per minute, and they have a graph. My watch can do it. And it gives it so much time. I do like it. See, this is like my is generating significant anticipation. We have in their wildest dreams. They're hoping for anticipation. I'll line it. Good. His boat. Nice boat. There he is. The odd thing is, Christopher Durham, Christopher Durham, won his luxury yacht, Ripple, completely unaware of the treasure he had to unfold. The duo reportedly met to discuss a swimwear brand, East by East, in which Durham was an investor. Or is an investor. He didn't die, she died. The yacht was docked at the Montauk Yacht Club, Star Island, in the Hamptons, of course. Identified in the court filings. Around midnight, the meeting took place an unexpected and twisted turn. Durham ran down the dock naked. What are you doing naked? Having a meeting. Screaming for help. He claimed that she, vomited all over him. And investigators later found no signs of vomit on his clothing, or any signs of vomit at the scene, and no signs of vomit during the autopsy. So what vomit you talking about there? What drug were you smoking? Yeah, check your blood chemistry. There's something hanky-panky going on there. So he was apparently not happy with the performance of, the East by East brand. So he probably popped her. You god-darn lying son of a bitch. My auditors looked at your books and you know, I had no idea what they were talking about. But she suddenly died, magically, from choking on vomit, and there was no vomit. There was nothing vomit coming from her stomach, no vomit signs of lungs or mouth or esophagus, anywhere where vomit would come from, and no vomit at the scene, and no vomit on any clothing anywhere. So you were running down the dock naked. Exactly why are you naked? There's no vomit. So tell us really why you didn't have your pants on, or your shirt, or your socks, or any other thing. So worse than that, didn't you? Anyway, she didn't survive whatever happened. Yep. Sipping a glass of wine from luxury jet. From Manhattan, California, wherever. Classic shot. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it. Not my president, really. Doing that right to Trump. Very cute. Because she doesn't like all the money she's making with this fantastic Trump administration, so that people can buy her big, pricey tickets. She's worth $2 billion now. And she rakes money up from the population around the world. These big, expensive tickets. She's blasting Trump. It's not really all right dressed up. Yeah. Fascinating. Second means the order first. Yeah, that's Marilyn's ladybug pin, which we bought from a hand jeweler in Miami. Here is that. Bought it a long time ago. $500 bucks. It felt like $5 million. Didn't have $500. We bought the pin anyway because it's my lovely girlfriend, probably. She was wearing a black sweater. Walking around. Magnets. That's her whole thing. This is really jumping. 672 million. After that, I said, no one won that either. 800 million, and a single person in Florida won it. Never heard a word about whoever won it. They are keeping themselves. They apparently haven't reported to the Florida lottery. Look at that. Oh, this is This is a repeat of 2 seconds worth of back in time. Here's Marilyn when she was a little bit. She was even attractive when she was, 5. This was a black and white picture, which I colorized. You can see the hair, white neck, and the knee with her right arm. So, arms and colors. And, she pointed that out to me. And I said, well, we'd rather color me. It's a very small picture. It's picture. These are the water fountains. Really nice. It's like a little water fountain. Tray full of water. See, you better clean it once again. The saliva gets spit and cat spit. So when the pump starts, it pumps a bunch. 10 days of pushing it. Just pick Sunday and clean it. $2 a pop. Can you imagine? I think I saw that, right? It was $13 for 6 of it. It's $2 a piece. Yeah? 2 times 6 is 12. This is their problem. Hurry up, it's in stock at Amazon.com. They are nice filters. The water all goes down through one of them,
It's 2:15.
And since it's this is a different one. Brighter and some white, not black. Some red and some rich. It's more reflect typically on the interior. The stainless steel is like all metal and this window. It's clear view. It's black. A little LED light showing somewhere. Blue light. You can remove the battery pack. I like that idea. And the battery, plug the power in there. I have that connected. You just lift that up and then this whole thing So you don't have to take the electric circuit. Right. This could be anybody's ring, but this is Geeky Gadgets. With its potential return to the smart ring concept has sparked renewed interest in exploring strategy. TechVid explores how this ring would address each other. It's slowly Apple jumps hands. Or the ring of storage and watch the next feature. All right. This now on the page. So we have on our USA 250 year anniversary page. I can't find mine. This is one of the formulas that makes sense in the spreadsheet. This is the conversion of the formula into numbers. Syntax. But caret 30 means to the 30th power. 1 plus 0.05 because it's a 5% growing annuity. This is the payment 1 because this formula right there, which is the S is in cell A1. Note. S. So A1 is S. And S is the size of the profits. So the first payment is in the annuity. This is find it. So I found it. So well, there's 2 of them here. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of them. Yeah. And 2 of these too. Gosh, cat. Yeah. This is actually the formula. So if you know all these, then you can keep them. Anyway. 1 plus G is the 0.5. N would be 30. Caret. Yeah. So you solve for P, and then you're going to flips over like that. Looks like that. And you put the like that. So I told everybody I'd dig deep to find those formulas. So it's in my podcast. So we don't have to look from Zoom. I was just checking to be sure. Yeah, it's nice when that. Yeah. Only one. So one of the so you get the one that says none. That's the only numbers I type in the spreadsheet. It's the only number. Everything else here is calculated. This number's up here already. Okay, this ready. Cropped it. Just took that strip, and there's the strip. Anyway, I don't have to, because that's where you can really louse it up. And you show these numbers, and they're not the real thing. Yeah. Looks like a little color is splashed over here. It's a little pure color. Best way to. All right, $1 million rolled over. Checking Friday. And the next some of that one. The coffee's still warm. No. And about 14 minutes ago. 20 ounces. Now it's 2 o'clock. And me and my puppy are going to sleep. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm sure you go ahead in 2 minutes. Since 12th. Let's see, I've got right over here on the YouTube.com/. It's not connected with the AU, or the fact that I've been on the faculty for 2 years. Since 23 years. Teaching principles of digital photography in 2003, in October where the College of Science. Jump backwards. Dr. John Hunt. What? I mean, you know, it's like a step back. So my mother. So and they had a person attorney. But you know, so two people. Two legal things that they have to do. And, you know, join the club and a membership contract, and they send it over to a lawyer. So John Hollins, now on the faculty with me over in Boca Raton, he ended up moving to Sarasota and bought the house that my parents' lawyer sold. She had a nice house, and Hollins bought it. That we had nothing to do with it. It's just hit and miss. One of those crazy connectivity things. And but somehow or other, we looked up the house, you know, and saw the chain of title. And my mother said, "That's my attorney's house." I've been there. The cocktail party, you know. I said, "Well, Dr. Holland owns it now." So she sold it and he bought it. And moved from Boca Raton to Sarasota because he retired from FAU. He got me, you know, connected with publisher and got me connected with FAU. So got me all the faculty. I met with 3 or 4 faculty members that might have questions about who I am and everything. So I met with those faculty members at Harlan's office. And here, this is very nice. Yeah. So it got published in Nursing Education. I wrote. So that's why FAU is for you, because I created that handle, you know, like 20 years ago, before anyone was doing handles. And FAU for you, you know, what's, yeah, FAU is for you. And the email address, FAU for you too. Say hello. Say hello. All right. There we go. So you all have a great evening. I'm going to play this back and just see how loud that music is. It's louder in the headphones than it is probably. We'll find out. Anyway, I'll get out of the picture there and let you say good night. See you again. Probably Thursday. Yeah, oh yeah. Well, Wednesday. Oh my God. Later today will be the Powerball drawing. It's $1 billion. Imagine if someone wins that one. Yeah. You got to, yeah. It's $2 ticket. Don't buy it. It's 292 million reasons why you're not going to buy it. 292 million to 1 against you. The odds are even worse than the neck millions. Yeah. Have a great evening.